So I've been focused on EDC gear for the past 7 years or so on this channel, and can you believe that I've never reviewed a Tauruscamp wallet yet? It absolutely blows my mind that this is the first Tauruscamp wallet that I'm reviewing on this channel. This is the Tauruscamp base wallet, and I'm sure if you're watching this video, you've probably seen this reviewed on YouTube before, but never from this guy. So I'm going to give you my thoughts after carrying the base wallet for the past few weeks or so. And this is everything the base wallet came with. Right here is the box it came in. Pretty nice packaging. Also came with this fabric pouch. It also came wrapped in this yellow paper here with this wrapped around it. Shows you exactly what the wallet is, the wallet leather and the color, but right here shows you what it's all about. It's making my job very, very easy. But let me put all this off to the side here, and I'll give you guys a nice close-up of the Tauruscamp base wallet. This is the base wallet cards version. And while you guys are checking this out, let's talk about some of the features. Alright, so the Tauruscamp base wallet cards version is a vertical style minimalist wallet with a flap and a button snap. It's handmade from a full-grain vegetable tan Botero leather from the Conceria Walpier tannery in Italy. And it's also hand saddle stitched with waxed thread. It features one quick access card pocket on the outside, 2 inner card pockets, and a side slot for your halved cash. In total, it can hold up to 9 credit cards comfortably and can carry most international currencies. You have your choice of 25 different color variations, or you can choose a custom color, but that's more expensive. The color that I have here is chestnut, and just like everything from Tauruscamp, it's handmade in Singapore. Alright, let's talk dimensions. It comes in at 3.15 inches by 4.21 inches and has a thickness of 0.59 inches. And I measured that from the thickest point at the button snap. I also measured the thickness of the leather. It came in at 1.4 millimeters. That makes it a 3.5 ounce leather. And now let's weigh this bad boy, throw it on the scale. 1.7 ounces, and in grams, comes out to be exactly 50 grams. And the quality here is absolutely fantastic. I know a lot of you guys have been asking me to review these wallets for a long time in the comments. I just never got around to it, and that kind of sucks because this is an absolutely fantastic wallet. And I'll give you guys a nice close-up of that chestnut colored, vegetable tanned, full grain Botero. A really nice smooth grain, very, very soft leather. And boy, does this leather smell good. You guys already know, but I'm going to do a smell test anyways. Give me a second. Yeah. Absolutely fantastic. I love the smell of Botero. Almost as much as a Badalassi Carlo Pueblo. This is right on par though. Now let me give you guys a look at this craftsmanship here. These lines and these cuts are very, very straight and darn near perfect. Look at that. So this is a very well-made wallet. Well-made, well put together. And speaking of that, I'll give you a close-up of that hand saddle stitching. That is a waxed thread right there. Absolutely perfect. Now let's take a look at that burnishing. All hand burnished. So that looks really good, and all the cuts look like they're nicely taken care of. So the craftsmanship here is on point. And the next thing I want to talk about regarding the quality is this snap right here. So usually when I see snaps this small in this style, I instantly think it's going to be low quality. It's not going to hold together very well. It's not going to have that nice snap, but this proved me wrong because this snap actually feels very nice. If I get in real close, it's an antique brass snap. So you can see that right there. And like I said, these usually aren't great, but put it next to the microphone there. You can hear that snap. This feels really nice. So regarding the quality here, it gets an A+. And like I said, since this is the very first time reviewing a wallet from Tauruscamp, I really didn't know what to expect, but I am pleasantly surprised here. And regarding the styling here, this is right up my alley. You guys know I love vertical style minimalist wallets, especially ones with a quick access card pocket on the back. And the styling has to be functional, meaning quick and easy access to your cards and cash. And I think that's where the Tauruscamp base wallet really shines here. So let's take a look at the quick access card pocket on the back, a nice angled cut to easily grab your credit card out and put it back in. So let's open up the flap in the front. show you those pockets on the inside. So this is what I really like about this wallet. There's a lot of smart choices here. 2 internal card pockets with a large thumb cutout on both of those pockets. And this spot right here in the front is reserved for your cash, because once you insert it from the side, you can see exactly how many bills you have from the inside of the wallet. I think that is a really smart design choice, because I can see how many bills I have in my wallet without having to take them out. And I'll demonstrate that in a little bit when I do the cash and card demonstration. Also, this wallet does something I really like regarding these card pockets here in the front. But once again, I'll talk about that a little bit later on. So now let's get to the branding here. So there's one Tauruscamp logo right there on the bottom of the wallet, nothing on the back. But there's also another stamp on the inside of the wallet in that rear card pocket. This type of branding I don't mind at all, because you have to open the wallet to actually see it. I don't like big branding stamps all over the wallet. This is very minimal. One right there in the corner and then one on the inside. I like it. And that reminds me, I forgot to talk about the leather on the inside. It looks like they finished the leather on the inside. So you can see how nice that leather looks. So that's a finished leather on the inside. I should have talked about that when I was talking about the quality. But that is a nice touch. I really like when leather crafters do that. Very nice. All right, now it's time for the cash and card demonstration. I already went ahead and preloaded the base wallet here with 7 cards and 7 bills. And it still looks and feels very slim. In fact, let me just measure this real quick before I move on. And I'm gonna measure it right from the exact point right there on that snap. And it looks like, oh, it adjusted a little bit. So that's 20.1 millimeters right there. 20.1 millimeters. And in inches, where are you? Right there, 0.79 inches. And that's with 7 cards and 7 bills in there. So very nice. And before I'm done here, I'm gonna stuff this with as many cards and cash as I can, just to see what it can handle. But quick access card pocket on the back, it can hold up to 3 cards. I only like putting 1 card back here, but as you can see, extremely functional, very easy to take my card out and put it back in. And when it's stuffed all the way down, you can barely see any of the card, just a little corner sticking out. I know a lot of you guys like that, so do I. So inside here, get a look at the 6 cards. I have 3 and 3 in those 2 interior card pockets and 7 bills. So this is what I was talking about with how functional this is without having to take out my bills to see how many bills I have. In that little slot right there, I just stick them in there, and then I can just thumb through my bills and see what I have in there. I think this is a great design choice. Something I've never seen before, honestly. So the functionality with the 2 card pockets here, just as you would expect, especially with that large thumb cutout. These are going to be cards that you don't use on an everyday basis, but when you need to get a hold of them, you can see not a problem at all. Just pull them out, do the fan method. Super functional. And now let me show you what I was talking about earlier when I said that I really liked something about these 2 interior card pockets. So if I have these cards pushed all the way down, and the same thing with these back cards right there, you see how they're staggered? So I can't tell you how many wallets I own that have card pockets like this that are stacked, that you have to bend the front pocket away just to get to those rear cards. So you can see just how these are stacked. It makes it extremely easy to get to either one of those pockets. Also, I've reviewed tons of wallets where this back card pocket doesn't have a thumb cutout, and I complain about it almost every single time. But this is done perfectly. 2 card pockets, 2 thumb cutouts, and the rear cards are stepped up very slightly. Not sure if that's intentional. If that design choice was intentional, that's genius. If it wasn't intentional, you got very, very lucky, because I love this. And yeah, sure, I can push those cards down as far as I can, but you can see it's still stepped in a way where it's very easily accessible. And regarding the cash carrying capabilities, it's as easy as you think. Just pull out your cash like that. These are 7 bills. And when you're done, stick them back in there. You can see how many bills you have right there from the inside. I love it. Easily one of the most functional wallets I've reviewed all year, and that's no lie. But now let's see how many cards and bills I can stuff in this bad boy. So give me a few minutes. I'll be right back.
The next day.
All right, and I'm back. And that took a little bit because I was trying to finesse this thing, trying to see exactly how much I can fit in there. So the verdict is I got 12 cards in here and 12 bills. And yes, I could probably fit more in here, but I want to see how many I can get and still get this button closed. And look at that snap. It is holding on for dear life. So I got 12 bills in here, 12 American dollar bills folded in half. In the back quick access card pocket, I have 3 cards. In the rear card pocket, I have 5 cards. And in the middle pocket, there's 4 cards. So that is 12 and 12. And honestly, I think this is the max while still being able, there we go, to snap it up. So my final thoughts on the Tauruscamp base wallet cards version is, where has this wallet been since I've been reviewing wallets on this channel? I know exactly where it's been. It's been in Singapore calling my name, and you guys have been telling me to review this wallet for years now, and I finally got around to it, and I'm glad I did. Easily the most functional wallet for cards and cash I've reviewed this year. The quality here is obviously fantastic with the use of Botero full grain vegetable tan leather. The hand saddle stitching here is absolutely perfect. So what else can I say? I am a huge fan of the base wallet here. All right, guys, that's pretty much it for this video. What do you think of the Tauruscamp base wallet cards version? My first review from this company, and I guarantee it will not be the last. If you guys are interested in this wallet, I will have links down below in my description box. But if you did enjoy this video, please give me that thumbs up. Please subscribe. And go!